I'm tracking something. I'm tracking something. I knew it.
We skipped across a fair chunk of New Mexico to get to Las Cruces, New Mexico, and that's our jumping off point for this video. We are going to head out of here to White Sands National Park. We are going to go to a little town called Alamogordo to see the world's largest pistachio. You don't want to miss that kind of stuff, do you? And then from there, we are going to the alien capital of the world, Roswell, New Mexico, and we're bringing you along for the ride. We're so stoked for this. We went to an unbelievably cool place, White Sands National Monument. We only spent an afternoon there. That's all you really need. But check this out.
We are starting with the Dune Life Nature Trail. Look how beautiful the sand is, which is actually gypsum, not really sand, I guess. So that's really cool. Is just the whitest sand, or I guess it's
Gypsum sort of stuff.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful, and it's just layers upon layers, and as far as the eye can see, it was well worth the trip.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and what a day to be there. It's overcast, a little bit of rain coming in. It was, I don't know, the dark skies against the white sands. It was really inspiring. It was a beautiful place to be. Such a lucky day for us to be there. I thought it was great. Could have spent a lot more time there. It was a really, really fun place to be, but we had to get moving because we had to get to our campsite that night in Alamogordo, New Mexico, and in the morning I met a cat. I named it Gordy.
Yes, you did.
Julie didn't let me keep it, but it was very cute, and I gave it snuggles, and that was good enough, I guess. Beyond that, though, we had decided that we were going to get up very early to get to Roswell. Julie had a couple of work meetings that day, so we thought, well, we're ahead of the game hours-wise, Pacific Coast time, 2 hours behind us. Let's get up early and leave. Then we saw that a few miles north of us, there was the pistachio farm.
The largest pistachio in the world.
So we had to go to PistachioLand for pistachio ice cream. They didn't open until 10, so we didn't get our early start because we had to prioritize some things. What we prioritized was pistachio ice cream and some of this silliness right here.
Welcome to PistachioLand. This is the world's biggest pistachio, and we're having pistachio ice cream for breakfast. So we're at PistachioLand, and if you didn't know this about Julie, she loves pistachios, especially pistachio ice cream. This better be the best ice cream we've ever had.
I can't use my spoon and record with one hand. Oh, that's really good.
So,
look who wants some.
oh, Mavis. We did do an ice cream tasting a few videos ago, and we were underwhelmed. I feel like this is redemption on the ice cream tasting.
Yeah, this is fantastic. You should come to PistachioLand. It's not close to anything. Come
here.
Eat some pistachio ice cream. Absolutely worth it.
I'm gonna tell you, it was one of my highlights.
Totally worth it.
It was so kitschy and corny. That pistachio was ginormous, but as you can tell, I really enjoyed the pistachio ice cream.
Yes.
And it was just something silly, as you're driving through, a good stopover, take a few minutes on the long road trip of the day, and it was a great way. I mean, what better way to start your morning with ice cream for breakfast?
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's like day 70 when we went through there on the road for us. It was a nice sort of reminder that, hey, you're on a road trip. We're not just checking boxes. When you see something fun, go do it. Have some fun with it. So that's exactly what we did. And from there, we had a very, very windy day on the road. It was honestly one of the windiest days that we've experienced. What is up with the Southwest in late winter and early spring? The wind is insane. We're literally huddled next to some sort of weird reservoir building here because the wind is so bad. Again, today you'd never be able to hear us otherwise. But anyways, a couple hours later, we wound up in Roswell, New Mexico, and what a fun day we had there.
It was so silly and so kitschy, but I gotta say, we started off at the visitor center, which is generally what we do. We always stop in the visitor center, and the lady behind the desk was so passionate about her town. She was so hyped. Like, she couldn't wait to talk to you, show you the maps, show you the sights. I got energized just from talking to her.
Well, and you say that's the first place we went, but where we actually went first was to a taco cart.
Of course,
we,
tacos.
Of course, started with chorizo tacos, of course.
First stop in Roswell after the sign, of course. Barbacoa tacos from a delicious food cart and chorizo tacos for Phil. I cannot wait. These look amazing.
I'm gonna wreck these.
And they were fantastic, as you would expect them to be coming from a taco truck. And then, after that, we went to the museum, which, what did you think about the museum? Because I think we had the same idea here.
Well, one, I wasn't expecting it to be so news heavy. I thought it would be a little kitschy and corny, and there definitely was a little bit of that in there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's too much information for anyone to read. Like, there is conspiracy theories here, and military stories there, and UFO sightings over here, and it's just like, it's so condensed. Like, it's paragraphs and paragraphs that fill every single wall. It's just too overwhelming.
Well, there's no hierarchy to it. It's like it's like going into a conspiracy theorist's house and opening their closet, and it's just articles everywhere. Where do you start? Where do you stop? We still managed to have a pretty good time.
I had a great time. It's just, I left there thinking I didn't really learn anything because it was just too much to read.
It was overwhelming information, but it was worth the $7 a head to get in there. We did have some fun.
Do you think he's gonna be okay?
I don't think he's gonna make it. This one either.
I think they need some more test tubes. It's not nearly enough test tubes. Is this guy gonna make it?
And from there, it was off to the spacewalk.
So we had seen and heard about this. It's a blacklight experience, and it was only $6, so we had to try it out, and it was silly. It's probably everything that I expected of Roswell to be.
Yeah.
Silly, fake aliens, cool tunnels with lights, and I had a great time. We actually went through it twice. It's not very long. Can we come up? We saw some people the next day, and we told them if you're going that way that they have to try it. It's just silly and fun. I love silly and fun.
Yeah, that's an interesting recommendation. You don't have to have kids or be a kid to go through it, but it'll make you feel like a kid, and I suppose that's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roswell, What can we say about it? When we told people we were going to Roswell, everybody that you tell gets really excited.
They do.
When you mention it, and why not? I mean,
Yeah.
it's part of Americana by now. It's part of the lore of Americana, and it was just as silly and hokey and weird as I expected it to be. So that's it for this week from New Mexico. We have seen some very cool things and some very weird things.